Hey guys. When I travel and I stay at an Airbnb, I usually do a tour. And I think I've liked most of my Airbnbs, but I thought I'd do a video about what happens when you don't like your Airbnb. So, not all Airbnbs are created equally, and the different hosts do different things. So you can't always expect the same thing, the same experience in these different Airbnbs. So this particular one that I'm in here in Turkey, I took a chance and I booked it for a month. And the refund policy was no refunds. So I thought I did my due diligence. And researched it. I read the reviews. I think there were only 8 reviews, and it was all 5 stars. She had all 5 stars. I looked at the pictures, and I didn't love it, but the view's awesome. Um, but I was suspicious about a couple other things, but all 5 stars. Most people don't get 5 stars. So I'm like, how bad can it be? So I took a chance and I booked a month. Airbnb took that money, and I got here and I'm not happy. So I'm going to go through some things that I'm not happy about. Why I have a problem with this Airbnb, and then talk about some things that I'm going to do to get through this month, because I don't think the concerns that I don't think they're enough to get me out of this month-long contract. I think I would have a fight on my hands, because the pictures are accurate for what the pictures show. So in this video, I'm going to go through some things that what you can do, or what I'm going to do when I don't like my Airbnb, but I'm stuck. All right, stay tuned. This is the place. So here, this is the intercom. All this stuff is really old. Not what I anticipated, but it is what it is. I guess it's functional. Let's see. Dishes. I don't know what that is hanging down. More stuff. Old microwave. I don't know what that is leading to. Can't see. Oh. So this is a refrigerator, and I guess it doesn't work because it's off. That explains why there's one right next to it. Okay. Big air conditioning unit. Okay. So I guess the view is everything. So I guess that makes up for a lot of things. No water in the pool. Not that I would get in it. And here's the patio. Again, bonus view. You can also get to the master from here, but I'm going to go back in and retrace our steps. think maybe linoleum floor. Okay. Go here. It's the bathroom. Dimly lit. Looks like they've had some leaks. Cleaning stuff. Shower. It's small, but I think I can work with it. At least it's curved. Oh, that's awful. Okay. Won't be turning the fan on. Okay. And here is the bedroom. And like I mentioned, you got access to that storage area. Yeah, they've got roll down shades, so it's either all sun or nothing. All right, so it's a little stool. What does the bed feel like? Okay, I think I can do the bed. Looks like a portable heater. So there's no heating unit in here. And that's the new digs. You can probably tell from my voice I don't love it, but I'm here for a month. Oh, let's see, a light bulb just hanging down from the ceiling there. Oh, and there's a hole. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to stare at this view and forget everything else. All right. That's the new digs, you guys. So the first thing I noticed, let's just say overall, when I walked in, this dog out here is off the chain. He's been barking for the past at least an hour. He should be hoarse by now. Still barking. Anyway, but when I walked in, the first thing I noticed is the place could really use an update, like a coat of paint, fresh paint. The cabinets look old and the appliances are old. But I mean, as long as they work. But like the ceiling there's a hole in the ceiling. There's a sprinkler up in there, but it's not pulled down where it's just a hole. And if you look inside it, you can see a sprinkler. It should be on the outside of the drywall, but it's inside a hole in the ceiling. There's cracks in the ceiling. There's, like, in the bathroom, there are huge water stains on the ceiling. It could use a good update. The shades in the window are not, they're like yellowed with having faded from the sun. So they kind of crack when you roll them up and down. They get stuck in the wheel. So yeah, it could just use a really good refresh. Even if they didn't replace appliances, fresh paint, patching holes and things like that. And the thing is, I think this wouldn't be as much of a concern if I were cutting corners and this was like a low budget Airbnb. But this is like, she has this listed for over $100 a night. And I can see it must be the view that's putting it up there, but the rest, it doesn't justify that rate. So I'm at the higher end of my budget by renting this Airbnb. So that's why. So some of these things that I'm talking about, some people might think, oh, that's a little thing, but it's not something that you'd expect if you're paying $100 a night. At least I wouldn't expect it. So yeah, things, little finishes like also the threshold at the sliding doors is not the correct threshold that should be there. It cracks every time you step on it. It's some kind of plastic and it's not the right thing. Some things that I didn't know until I got in here and started trying to use it. There's only hot water. There's no hot water here except for in the shower. And in the shower, you have to like push a button, hold your nose, stand on one leg, turn the water on. There's there's a series of things you have to go through to get hot water in the shower, which I didn't find out until the second day. I had to contact her and say, why is the shower not getting hot? But she didn't mention this, but I'm also discovering there's no hot water for the washing machine. There's no hot water for the dishwasher. There's no hot water for the kitchen sink. The only place there's hot water in here is in the shower, and that's only if you mess with this machine that's in there that does hot water. The toilet doesn't flush effectively, but there is a bidet. Got a funny story about that. So the toilet has a bidet. I didn't realize that, but I was messing with the toilet trying to get it to flush all the way, which you have to flush it several times or it doesn't flush sufficiently. We'll just say that. So I reached under the tank to turn the water off and then flush it to see if that would take care of it. And when I turned the knob, this water came shooting out of the toilet, and luckily I moved fast enough that it missed me, so it went shooting across the bathroom out of the toilet. And I looked and I'm like, oh, that's a bidet. I think that, yeah, you're supposed to be sitting on the toilet when you turn that knob so you can get a little spritz on your behind. Yeah, I didn't know that, but luckily, I got fast reflexes and I moved out of the way before that water hit me. So it has a bidet, but the toilet doesn't flush effectively. So you have to flush it and flush it and flush it and flush it and flush it till it does its thing. Yeah, so no hot water, the insufficient flushing of the toilet, the surprise bidet. Yeah. Oh, and the internet was super slow today. I did a speed test a couple of times. It took a while to even just do the speed test. So the internet has been hella slow. Yeah, I mean, I'll post the speed test so you can see. The upload speeds were dismal. The download speeds were dismal. It's been spotty. I've been here, is it 3 days now? And the internet has been spotty. So here I am. So anyway, oh, and the last thing I'll mention is that where this is. The post said that it was, someone even posted, oh, watching the sunrise and the sunset from, the apartment is just glorious, just great, amazing, beautiful, whatever. And I'm like, you can see the sunrise and the sunset from the apartment? How does that work? So, no, you can't. So I don't know what they were talking about. Yeah, the reviews can be misleading. But I also read that it was in the vicinity of supermarkets and restaurants, plural. And it's really not. I mean, I have to walk. There are a couple of markets. There's a small market that's like a bodega, maybe 2 blocks away. And then there's a bigger market that's maybe about the size of a Family Dollar, if that big. And it still doesn't have a lot of things like, yeah, that's about a 15-minute walk away, about that. And it's difficult to, when you're not used to it, go there, get bags of groceries, get several bags of things and bring it back. I'm just not used to that. So that's a challenge for me. Restaurants, there's one restaurant across the street. I ate there the first day and I won't eat there again. And then I think there's one a little further down on the beach. But that's it. I mean, there's not a lot of stuff in this area. Um, Usually when I have an Airbnb, I've gone to an Airbnb, there have been some things left over, or the hosts themselves have left some things, put some things out. So when you get here, at least the first day, you're not scrambling for stuff that you need. Or there's one Airbnb, the one in Montpellier, that didn't have a lot of stuff, and I went out and bought the stuff, and then wound up leaving, moving, and left all the stuff there. Here, I'm starting from scratch, so I'm going to be here a month. Usually, there's like maybe leftover seasonings, like cooking essentials, like seasonings, oil, um, at least a salt and pepper shaker, um, dish towels, hand soap, toilet paper, foil, um, things like that. Here, I had to buy those things. There's like one trash bag, so I had bought trash bags. Um, there was one roll of toilet paper. I bought some toilet paper. Uh, what else? I got some water, foil. There's no seasonings, no nothing that I need. So that second day I went out and I got some things. No soap. Just I'm starting from scratch, and a lot of these things I'm not going to use it all while I'm here, so it's just going to get left over. They didn't leave me any cleaning products either. So like if I want to mop the floor, there's no solutions. They usually leave that stuff here as well, but no, I mean I got a broom and a mop, but no cleaning solution. Um, uh, Laundry detergent, I had to buy that. So it's like moving into your own apartment and you buy all this stuff to start off with, and this is the stuff that kind of lasts you throughout. But no, this place was clean of everything. There was nothing in here to get started with. Oh, there was a roll of paper towels, half used, so I got some paper towels. But that's it. I mean, again, all Airbnb hosts don't do the same thing, and granted, maybe they don't feel like they should provide that stuff, but uh, I really appreciated it in the past when that stuff has been left behind or provided by the host for a long-term stay, even a short-term stay. Even if I was staying for a week or two and I wanted to cook something myself, it's nice to have the stuff here. So yeah, that's that. So enough of my complaining. Next, I'll talk about what I'm going to do to address some of these things and make this livable, bearable for the month that I'm going to be here. Right.